Olivia, have you changed jobs yet?
Hi, Mother. I'm not really sure what you're talking about. I never really had plans to change my job.
Ugh, your job is embarrassing. I can't even talk about you without feeling like an idiot. Listen, since you've just moved in with me, you have to do as I say. I'm in charge now, so I don't want to hear any talking back from you.
What do you mean? Did I do something wrong? I don't understand why you're so upset with me all of a sudden.
I thought I made it pretty clear already. It's your job. You're working as a janitor, and it's so gross and dirty.
Why are you speaking to me like that? There's nothing wrong with being a janitor. It's actually a pretty important job. Janitors keep public places sanitary and safe. There are a lot of people who work as janitors. I just don't see the problem.
You can say whatever you want to defend your job, but it doesn't change the fact that you smell like crap all the time.
What? I do?
Yeah, that's right. You smell like a toilet. Do us both a favor and start eating your meals in the bathroom and away from everyone else.
I'm sorry. I didn't think I smelled that bad.
I'll start showering when I get home from now on. I really don't want to bother you. That's not good enough for me. How about you move your bedroom to the bathroom?
What? That doesn't make any sense.
It makes perfect sense. You like being around toilets, right? You smell like one, and you spend your everyday life cleaning them. I just want you to feel comfortable, that's all.
I really don't understand this conversation. No one has ever said this to me before. I just clean for my job. There's nothing more to it. I've also just moved in with you. I didn't think that there would already be something bothering you. I'm sorry if I smell, but I'm willing to do anything to make sure that I don't come home smelling bad anymore. Can you please be patient with me? I'm just adjusting to living with you, and I'm sure we can work this out.
What? Did you just talk back to me and ask me to be patient? You are in my house and under my rules. How can you be so shameless? Do you hate me or something?
No, of course not. Please don't get so upset about this. I'll think more about changing jobs. I'm really grateful that you let me move in with you, and I want us to be friends. We're a family now. After all, I know it's really important to land and that we get along. From now on, I promise to be more careful about how I smell.
You know, next weekend we have a family get-together, right?
Yes, of course. I already ordered catering in advance from a really good deli. I'm also all ready to help out with whatever else you need. Please just let me know.
Is that so? Then you can eat your food in the bathroom, away from everyone else.
What? Why?
You love bathrooms, remember? Plus, no one wants to smell crap while they're eating. Just do everyone a favor and eat in the bathroom. I'm sure you're probably used to it anyway.
Why are you talking to me this way? Just like anyone else, I absolutely do not want to eat my food in a bathroom. I want to help you in any way I can for the family get-together, but you're being kind of unreasonable. I'm sorry. I can help with anything else, but I can't do that.
All I gave you was one simple request. You can't even do that much for me. I'm allowing you to live with me, and this is how you're repaying me? This is so unacceptable. I know thinking is not exactly a janitor's strong suit, but why don't you just try it out for once in your life and reflect on what you're doing wrong?
I'm sorry. I'm grateful that you're letting me stay with you, but telling me to eat in the bathroom is a bit much. I'm a part of this family now, and I want to talk to everyone too.
What do you mean? I don't consider you as so much a part of this family, just as a stain on us. You play around with crap all day, and crap belongs in the bathroom. Just face it. You're a janitor. Compared to everyone else, you're only making minimum wage. You're just not in the same class as the rest of the family.
Are you being serious? Why are you comparing me to the rest of the family? My job has its own importance and contribution to the society. Also, why look down on minimum wage workers? They all work hard. Ugh.
You really disgust me. I don't even want to talk. I really don't even want to speak to you in my own home. Your smell lingers around everywhere you go in the house. It's just absolutely foul. Actually, how about you just divorce Landon? I can't have anyone in my family history being a janitor. Just thinking about it makes me embarrassed.
You're joking, right? You want us to get divorced because you don't like my job? This conversation is really starting to get out of hand. It's ridiculous. Martha, I am happy you're letting me live with you in your beautiful home while Landon and I find a place of our own. And I was excited to get to know you better, but after this, can you just try to understand how I feel? If you can look back at this conversation and think things through, I'd appreciate it.
Hey, honey, I'm heading home soon. Are you already home?
No, I've been done with work, but I haven't left yet.
Why not? It's not like you. Did something happen at work?
It's just really hard to go home right now.
Why? What's wrong?
I really hate telling you this because it has to do with your mom. She's just messaged me a little while ago and things didn't go so well.
Really? Is there some sort of problem going on? I'm sure we can work it out. Can you tell me more about what happened?
Well, she seems to have a problem with my job. She said that I'm a low class because I'm working minimum wage as a janitor. She also thinks it's an embarrassing job to have. I'm just a little upset right now.
She said that to you?
I'm not
Sure why she's acting like this toward you. She has always been a kind and supportive mom. Maybe she's just jealous because I spend all my time with you instead of her now. I'm sure there's some sort of reason behind this. Let's just remain calm and not get too upset about this. It makes me angry hearing what she said to you, but I don't want to escalate things.
Yeah, maybe you're right. You both were really close before, so I can see that making sense.
If things do end up getting worse, let me know right away, okay? Did she say anything else to you?
No, she just made fun of my job a little, that's all. I feel better after talking with you. I'm sure it was nothing to worry about.
Okay, that's good. I'm glad I was able to make you feel better.
I'm sure we can get along and move past this.
Yeah, let's remain optimistic for now. If there are any more issues, tell me right away. I'm going to start driving home now. You should head home too. I'll see you soon.
Okay, I'll try not to worry too much. Sorry for making you worry. I'll see you at home.
Is the food ready for everyone?
Yes, it's ready.
Okay, good. I'll take care of everything else. You can get your food first and start heading to the bathroom now.
Wait, what do you mean?
Didn't we talk about this already? I said that you will be eating in the bathroom, remember? You're a janitor, and that's where you belong. Now hurry up and go.
Yeah, I remember. It's because all I do is clean bathrooms.
Wrong. How stupid are you? I said it's because you smell like crap. You also love bathrooms. Oh, and since everyone will be here, you can sit in the upstairs bathroom.
So you're actually serious about all that? I was trying to be optimistic about our last conversation and find some sort of reason why you were saying things like that to me. I really wanted to believe you were joking or was just having a hard time getting to know me. In the end, you were just being rude to me for no reason.
I'm just being honest with you. You seriously smell so bad. Just don't come near anyone. I'm going to tell them you are out running errands.
Do you even hear yourself? How can you be so rude? I was trying so hard to be nice to you and not lash out at you, but I'm reaching my limit.
I'm only telling you the reality of things. Just don't come downstairs. I just don't want anyone to smell you. Today is an important day to show our family how successful I am and make sure I give them the best hospitality. I don't need you ruining all that by grossing everyone out. If you were to come out here while everyone was eating, you would make people sick and leave. Actually, you should just leave.
I'm already leaving.
Wow, so you're finally listening to my orders. Maybe you're not so stupid after all. Make my wish come true and just disappear forever, will you?
Stop being so damn rude. I said I was leaving already. I'm done with your attitude toward me. I don't deserve something like that. I'm never coming back, and don't ever contact me again. What do you want? I thought I told you never to contact me again.
Will you come back?
Why should I?
Things have changed. Can you come back as soon as possible?
Absolutely not. We have nothing more to talk about. Also, the spam calling was unnecessary. I should have blocked you when I had the chance. And what do you mean things have changed?
I said come back immediately. This is an order.
You're so rude. You have no right to talk to me like that.
I just need you to come back.
Is this how you always speak to someone when you need them to do something for you? Were you never taught any manners? You told me to leave, so I did. I can't stand you anymore. You're literally so annoying. There's no way I'm coming back.
So you're really not coming back?
Yeah, I literally just said that. While everyone was eating, I took my stuff and I left. I never plan on coming back.
I don't think you understand the situation right now. If you don't come back and live with me, our family's going to be upset with me.
That sounds like your problem. Too bad. You got exactly what you wanted.
Just shut up and come back already. This is important. I'm really going to have a hard time if you don't come back here.
You seriously have some anger issues, but it doesn't matter what you say or do because I'm never going back to such a toxic environment.
Listen, I didn't realize who you were exactly. I knew you worked for a cleaning company, but I didn't realize your family actually owned it. Everyone was telling me about you tonight. It seems like I was the only one who didn't know. So, your family's rich. Is that really true? I just don't understand.
Of course it is. You heard this from our family, not me. Why would they be lying to you? Since I'm such a nice person, I'll introduce myself a little more and explain things, since you never cared to ask. Everything you have heard so far tonight was true. I work for my father's company as a janitor. I'm getting paid very generously, and yet you made fun of me the whole time. I'm sure I make more than you do.
Why are you acting so conceited all of a sudden? You may be the daughter of a large company owner, and yet you were given such a poor job position.
It's not a poor job position. To further explain, I work in the main building of the company. I clean offices and serve my father's employees coffee and tea. I work for high-class employees, so I'm really in a nice environment.
I just thought you were an ordinary janitor cleaning bathrooms, but you're more of a maid.
Even if I was an ordinary janitor, it wouldn't excuse your behavior. We employ a lot of janitors, and they're all very nice people.
I'm sure they are. What I mean is I didn't realize you were actually in the same social class as our family. I misunderstood your job.
Yes, it seems that there's a lot you don't understand about me and my job. I'm also in charge of making appointments and organizing the employees' schedules. I help maintain order and make sure my father's employees can work in a clean and healthy environment. Do you understand now? I don't clean any toilets, so there was no reason for you to say I smelled like crap. You just don't like me.
But that's impossible. You really did smell like crap.
That's enough! You just don't like me for no reason, and you enjoy hurting other people. Anyway, you got your wish. I'll disappear from your life. You're annoying and manipulative, and need to learn how to speak to people properly. I know how to clean and keep myself well kept. Maybe it's yourself you've been smelling this whole time. From what I can see, you do a poor job of cleaning.
That's enough from you. You think you're all that just because you have money. You're nothing but a conceited little brat. You need to think before you speak to me.
I don't care what you think about me. And you're the one who needs to think before speaking, considering the amount of crap that comes out of your mouth. You should really be more careful about how you speak to others. If you didn't say those things to me, you wouldn't be in this situation.
I choose my words very carefully, and I never said anything to you that wasn't true. That's not the point here anymore. Just come back.
I already told you. No. You said it yourself. You wanted me to leave and disappear.
I was joking. You're part of this family. Have you forgotten all that I've done for you?
All you did was let me move in with you. After the way you treated me, you want me to be grateful?
Yes. I let you stay with me.
For 2 weeks! To be honest, I already showed you how grateful I was. I was so patient with your behavior and was willing to let things slide. I put a lot of effort into the family gathering. I did everything I could for you.
But that was just bare minimum. You call that being grateful and showing respect? You're so difficult to deal with.
You think I'm difficult to deal with? You know what? I'm done with you. I'm cutting off our relationship for good. Landon also agrees that you and I need to sever ties.
You got Landon involved? Oh, that means he will be angry with me now too. I hope you haven't talked to your parents yet. This is getting completely out of hand. It's time to put a stop to this. Where are you right now? I'll come and get you myself.
No, you stay away from me. I just can't believe you're still messaging me and being rude. I have never dealt with anyone like this in my entire life.
Everything I said to you was a joke. I was just trying to have some fun. Nothing more than that.
You expect me to believe that? You just said that everything was true a minute ago. You're lucky that I'm a nice person. If you were to talk like this to anyone else, they would have left you instantly. You know what? How about I'll show my father our text messages and he can finish this conversation for me? I think you will learn some manners after speaking to him. You will learn a lot about respect from him.
No, please don't do that. Like I said before, I didn't know much about you. I just thought you were an ordinary janitor.
Why does that matter? That doesn't change anything. I will never forgive someone like you.
What if I properly apologize? If I do that, will you come back? Please. If you don't come back, I'll be in huge trouble.
You can apologize all you want, but it won't change the way I feel about you. But I guess I could go back.
Really? You will? Thank goodness! Then consider this issue a thing of the past. Where are you? I'll come get you.
But you have to leave.
What?
I have some friends that would love to move into your house with me. If you move out, there'll be enough space.
What the hell are you saying? It's my house. Why should I leave just so you can have friends over?
Well, that's just too bad. I guess I'm not coming back and I'll have to tell my father everything.
No. Have you lost your mind?
Then face the consequences. It's that simple. I'm blocking your number.
Wait a second, Olivia. Just hear me out. This is all my fault. I should have never said those awful things to you. Please. I don't want the family to be upset with how I treated you. Please come back. I'll do anything. I promise.
There's nothing more you can do. Your words have no meaning to me. I smell bad, so don't worry. I'll never get close to you again. Congratulations, you got your wish. Aren't you happy? Everyone in Martha's family was disgusted by the way she treated me, so the next time she saw me, she got down on her knees and begged for forgiveness. It was too late, though. I cut ties off for good. Landon and I ended up having to rush our plans to find a new place a little bit, but we ended up very satisfied. I was also satisfied with the way I handled the situation with Martha. More than that, I was so happy to have much support from Landon and the rest of the family. Landon felt bad for not doing anything earlier to help the situation, but now he's doing everything in his power to protect me from his mother. Martha eventually found herself isolated from the family. At this stage, she probably regrets the way she treated me, but there's no going back now.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to more content.
Hey, Finn. You don't need to bother coming to the wedding reception today. You were a no-show for the ceremony, so it's okay, right? What I mean is, it would be better if you didn't come. So don't bother, okay? You don't need to make up reasons to come.
Sarah, is this you? What do you mean it would be better if I didn't come? I've taken care of the problem at work. It's fine now.
Exactly that. You didn't come to the ceremony, so why bother with the reception?
I didn't mean to give that impression. Sorry, I guess it may have seemed that way, but I really wanted to be at the ceremony. Something came up at work. Something that I couldn't put off until Monday. If I hadn't dealt with it there and then, it could have been really bad. You understand, don't you?
I understand. You had something you had to do. No problem. But there's no need to go out of your way to come to the reception. You'll just add to the bill. As it is, we're already going to be paying for this for years to come. You'll only make it worse. You aren't missing anything by not coming to the reception. I mean, you missed the ceremony. That was the main part. So being here doesn't really make sense. It's fine.
Did you think I missed it by choice? I really wanted to be there. I told you it was unavoidable. It was something that needed immediate attention.
Well, if that's the case, then that's fine. I mean, we've only met once, and that was just for a few seconds. I'm marrying your brother, and you're going to be my brother-in-law, but you're basically a complete stranger. Nobody minds if you can't come. It's fine, all right? So please don't come, okay?
I have to admit, this is kind of surprising. You're the kind of girl who just comes out and says what she thinks, huh? No holding back, just straight to the point. What's the problem all of a sudden anyway? Have I done something to offend you? I can't think of anything. Has my brother said something?
We actually went to City Hall and registered our marriage yesterday. So Tucker and I are officially husband and wife. I'm now Mrs. Finn Carter. So I figured there's no need to pretend to be a sweet little wife anymore. I can just be myself.
Is that your way of saying this is the real you? Is that what you mean?
I don't mean anything. I don't have anything I want to say now, and I don't suppose we'll talk much in the future either. Right?
It's true. We've never really spoken, but...
Yeah. And, well, I can feel that Tucker is embarrassed. Just don't come, okay? He doesn't want to introduce you to everyone. You understand, right?
What? What's that supposed to mean?
Are you really going to make me spell it out? You didn't even graduate high school. We've got Tucker on the one hand, who graduated from a top university and is now making a great living, and you on the other hand, a dropout who has to work 3 jobs just to make ends meet.
That's what you think of me? You just came out and said it. Wow.
Yes, I have always felt that way. I just never had the chance to say it to your face. Now you know. So, no more beating around the bush. Don't come to our reception. Got it? But it's not because of anything Tucker said. And actually, you being a dropout is neither here nor there. I just felt that from the start I didn't want to have anything to do with you. Before we started thinking seriously about getting married, when Tucker told me you hadn't even graduated high school, I wondered if I should even consider marrying him. How could I become a part of the Carter family with a brother-in-law like you to worry about? But Tucker's an executive at his company, so I figured at least his income is stable. There wouldn't be any money worries if I married him.
Are you saying you just married him for the money?
It's not all about the money. But if he didn't have a decent job, I wouldn't have married him, obviously. Any girl would be the same. A girl needs stability, and that means financial stability. I just want to be a housewife, so I need someone who can support me. It's common sense, no?
Yeah, I guess. Just being a housewife seems a handful. It seems like a dream life for a lot of women, but most end up having to work to support the family these days. It isn't the 50s anymore.
I wouldn't expect an unmarried dropout of your age to understand how women think.
You don't have to go that far.
Honestly, when I heard you couldn't make it to the wedding, I was relieved. I wouldn't have to meet the embarrassing dropout brother-in-law. Once this whole wedding and reception are done, I won't ever have to meet you. I don't plan on having anything to do with you.
You think I'm an idiot, right? And that gives you the right to just say whatever you want? Any more? Go ahead, knock yourself out. What else don't you like about me? And what's so damn offensive to you about someone who didn't graduate high school? What's it got to do with you at all? As you said, we've never met. So how did you imagine me ruining your wedding? Simply by my presence? I've never had anyone speak to me like this.
That's probably because all the people you associate with are a bunch of dropouts and bums like you. Higher class people like us, graduates at the top universities, never have the chance to even be in the same room as people of your low status. Birds of a feather flock together, you know. So you bottom-of-the-barrel types have your groups and we have ours. If you're all a bunch of dropouts, then you aren't very well going to make fun of each other, are you?
Why do you have to talk like that? Looking down on people just because they don't have the same education as you. It's really shallow. I'm starting to worry about my little brother marrying you. Plenty of people have dropped out of high school and go on to have success. Princess Diana left school at 16 and went on to become one of the most loved people in history. Albert Einstein, Richard Branson, Walt Disney. The list goes on.
Okay, so you're a genius? I know you were saying this to make yourself feel better, trying to justify yourself. But the fact remains that someone who failed to even finish middle school is, by default, an idiot. It goes without saying. What would you do if one of Tucker's associates talked to you about economics or politics? You wouldn't have a clue how to have a conversation about such things. We can't have some illiterate messing up the wedding party, so seriously, don't come. You'll just embarrass your poor brother. After working so hard to reach the position he's in, we can't have you rubbing your dirty shoulders with the cream of society. It's just not appropriate. You wouldn't fit in. You'll stick out like a sore thumb in your cheap suit. You know, most people came here in their own chauffeur-driven limousines. You can't park your beaten-up Toyota or whatever piece of crap you drive next to them. They'll think you're going to rob them and call the police.
Wow, you don't hold back. I didn't expect to be spoken to like this by my brother's new wife. But hey, you can tell me to my face. I'm almost at the venue. I'm pulling up in my piece of crap Toyota. I'm actually really sorry I missed my little brother's ceremony. I can't wait to see him.
No way. Don't come in. After all that, the dropout idiot wouldn't understand a word. You'll regret coming here. I promise you.
Don't threaten me, Sarah. I'm not planning to outstay my welcome. You don't have to be so rude.
Oh, for God's sake, Finn. You know this is my wedding party. It's my day. Could you at least respect the wishes of the bride at her own wedding party?
Got it. I won't stay long. Hey, bro. Are you almost here? Did you sort everything at work? I hope you managed to smooth things over. It sounded like a bit of a disaster. Can't be helped. It happens from time to time. I'm the only one that can fix it, so I'm used to it. Anyway, I'm really sorry I missed the ceremony. Nah, don't worry about it, bro. I understand. I'm always having to deal with things here, too. Just last week, I ended up sleeping at my desk. Woke up when the security guard came in at 5 a.m. Okay. Hey, the reception is about to start, isn't it? Yeah, I hope you're thirsty. I've had some of your favorite whiskey sent from Uncle Tom in Aberdeen. 25-year-old moorhen shredded sporin. Oh, hey, I had a few texts from Sarah just a while ago. She told me not to come today. We had a bit of back and forth. She seemed adamant I didn't show up. She even said she was glad I couldn't make it to the ceremony. From Sarah, the problem is that she just doesn't understand what happened. She mentioned she thought you didn't come to the ceremony on purpose. I told her there's no way you would have missed it if there wasn't a really good reason. Maybe she just thinks you won't enjoy it and there's no need to bother you? Nah, it didn't sound like that. She was pretty forthwith. Just straight out told me I wasn't welcome. I was pretty shocked, but it's her party. I didn't want to make things worse. I know that would have all come back to you. How can that be? You've only really ever said hello. I wonder why she went to the trouble of texting you. Yeah, I didn't even know who it was at first. She just suddenly started messaging me. She wasn't very subtle either. It didn't take her very long to make her feelings clear. She wouldn't tell you not to come, surely. She's not like that. I wonder what happened. She's not really the nervous type. She handled the ceremony fine. She hates the fact that I didn't graduate high school. She said I would embarrass you and her. She was clear. Said I was illiterate. I was starting to get angry, but I was driving, so couldn't really respond properly. Really? I'm sorry, I guess. Sounds strange, but this is the first I'm hearing about it. It's not something we've ever talked about, I don't think. She might have mentioned she could never marry someone who hadn't had a higher education. Dunno. Like I said, it's not something you just talk about over dinner, you know what I mean? Yeah, I get it. The overall vibe of her text was pretty condescending. She called me an idiot, said I wouldn't understand the conversation and I'd make everything awkward for you. She even called me a dropout bum. To be honest, it's going to be really uncomfortable meeting her again. I'll try and keep my mouth shut. You know me, though. I often just can't help myself and put my foot in it. Gee, sorry, Flynn. That's my fault. I haven't really told her anything about your company. She doesn't know anything about you at all. She's just put the few pieces of information she has together and created an image of you based on that. Damn, sorry. I should have told her. I'll talk to her, I promise. It's okay. You don't have to apologize. I knew she had nothing to go on and was just forming a false impression of me. I figured with the pressure and nerves of the wedding, she was probably a wreck. I didn't want to be too hard on her. But she completely dismissed me. You should see what she said about my car. Was it that bad? You probably shouldn't show me. It might cast a dark shadow on the day's proceedings. She said she'd been pretending to be nice all this time. Well, the gloves were off today. I think you've got a real punisher on your hands, bro. It doesn't matter. Let's forget about it. We might have time to go over it tomorrow. We should just concentrate on having fun today. I'm looking forward to that whiskey. You're right. If anything happens, you'll tell me, right? I can't have my own brother feeling uncomfortable at my wedding party. Let's eat, drink, and enjoy ourselves. Sarah has a few single friends too, by the way. The one who flew in from Spain. Anita, I think her name is. You might like. She's your type from what I heard. My type? You know I don't have a type. Alright, Tuck. I'm nearly there. See you in a bit. Later, bro. Call me when you get here, and we'll have a little drink before going in.
Why are you coming? I told you repeatedly not to come. You didn't get the subtle hints, so I told you directly. Don't come. No one wants you here, and you'll just embarrass yourself and your brother.
I told you I would be there. I promised my brother, too. Did you really mean to be so rude? I think you've made a big mistake in your estimation of me. I don't know why you formed such a negative opinion, but you've gotten it all wrong.
All wrong? What's to get wrong? Are you trying to tell me you didn't drop out of school? That somehow I missed you graduating from an Ivy League university? Did I get that part wrong? If that's the case, I'll at least hear you out. Maybe you studied in England, Oxford perhaps, and I just didn't hear about it. Or was it Cambridge? Come on, tell me how I could have gotten it so wrong.
No, the part about me not finishing school is correct. You haven't made any mistake there.
Exactly right. So, what I said about you being here not being appropriate was spot on.
Do you mind if we have a little talk? I can clear up the misunderstanding. Would that be all right?
What? I'm not talking to some dropout loser. Why would I stoop so low as to listen to you? Oh, okay, if you must. But let's make it somewhere where no one can see me talking to you. I'd hate for them to think we were anything other than unfortunate in-laws. Come to the pool outside. The one with the Cupid fountains and the carp.
Roger. See you there.
It's awfully brazen of someone of your social standing to crash our wedding party, don't you think? If it wasn't for the kind nature of your dear brother, you wouldn't have the chance to attend something like this in a million years. Now that you've been pushed in the pool, do you accept your position? You can't come dripping wet into the reception. Just get the hell out of here.
What the hell were you thinking? Pushing me in the pool. I thought we were going to have a talk. You're marrying my brother, damn it. You could have at least listened to me.
I don't have to listen to the likes of you. Just take your soaking wet self out of here. Go home. We don't want you here.
You're going to regret this.
I don't think so, you dropout lowlife. I'm not having anything to do with you ever again. Goodbye and good riddance.
Understood. Have it your way, then. But I warned you.
Sorry about before. Really, I'm very sorry. I just talked to Tucker and he told me all about you. I really did have it completely wrong. I don't know what got into me. How could I have known that you were the president of the company Tucker works for?
That's why I asked you to talk to me. But you chose to push me in the pool to avoid the talk altogether. Pretty childish, Sarah. If you can't even sit down and talk to someone, hear them out. Well, you're no better than an animal.
I'm really, truly sorry, Finn. I mean, Mr. Carter. But nobody told me about the company. I mean, I knew the boss was a Mr. Carter, but Tucker never mentioned that it was his brother, so I just thought it was a coincidence, or perhaps an uncle. If I'd known, I wouldn't have been so rude to you. Please, forgive me.
That is probably true, but you showed your true feelings. It's good to know how you really feel about people like me. Of course, I'll do exactly as you suggested and have nothing to do with you after today. And I think right about now my brother is saying the same thing, isn't he?
Yes, he is. I didn't think he'd be so furious about me telling his brother to go home.
That's not all, though, is it? I'm appalled that you would look down on someone in such a shallow and scathing way just because they don't have the same education as you. I bet you even look down on university graduates if they didn't go to the same school as you. In your opinion, anyone who didn't go to an Ivy League university is probably an idiot.
I am deeply sorry. But in my defense, Tucker said nothing about you starting your own company and having so much success.
In your defense? What defense? The fact that you didn't hear about it is proof that you don't really have much interest in Tucker at all. The only way you couldn't know about it is if you didn't ask. It's all part of you being selfish and only interested in money and yourself. You're only interested in his money. You said yourself you wanted to be a housewife. Most families can't afford that these days. Only the wives of the wealthy can afford to do nothing.
But money is one of the most important factors in a successful marriage. Everyone knows that. You're lucky you were able to find success after not even finishing high school. And I'm lucky to have married Tucker.
I think you'll find my brother is having second thoughts about marrying you. You'll need to talk it over with him.
Oh, come on, Mr. Carter. Please, don't let him back out. Let's patch things up and have a fresh start. You've got to convince Tucker to stay with me. I couldn't stand the shame of an annulment.
You just said that money is an important factor, right? Well, I think you'll find that a woman who values family as an essential factor is more important to Tucker.
I'll make family the top priority, I promise. I didn't know you and Tucker were so close. I'll make the whole Carter family my most important factor. Please, forgive me.
Tucker and I aren't in contact all the time, but we are the only children in the family and we're close. We've got a brotherly respect and we've certainly got each other's backs when it comes to someone insulting one of us or the family. I also have no problem with leaving him to manage large parts of the company. He's extremely competent, and it's good having family members I can trust at work. But I'm telling you, Sarah, I can't agree to my brother spending the rest of his life with someone like you. That's for sure. There's no way a lowlife like you will ever make a husband happy.
After that, Finn completely ignored Sarah's persistent texts and phone calls. She begged for forgiveness, but the damage she had done to her own image was irreparable. Tucker made it clear he wanted the marriage annulled and didn't want to have any more to do with Sarah. Finn had his secretary bring a change of clothes, and the brothers took the Scottish whiskey and left in Finn's limousine. Sarah never did change her opinions of those with a lower education than her, but she never found happiness either. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Feel free to leave a comment. Bye!
Kristen, are you done with your work?
Hello, Veronica. Yep, I'm finished with all the work you tasked me with. I'm on my way home right now. Did something come up?
You left at exactly 6 p.m., right?
Yep, I was able to finish everything before it was time to leave. Lucky me.
Everything, huh? What about that data I told you to sort out?
You mean the one for SW Core? The one you needed to turn into the project manager after I finished?
Yeah, that's the one. I told you to finish up by 3 p.m. today. Where is it?
Well, I'm pretty sure I finished that this morning.
Pretty sure.
Well, I'm sure, to be honest. Did you forget? I sent you a message saying that I was done with it at around 11 a.m. I'm sure that I also told you that in person before you took your lunch break. You gave me a response saying that you've already checked it both times, so I naturally assumed that you knew about it.
What are you talking about? You never did such a thing.
I'm going to assume you're still in the office. You can just check our DM. You'll find the file with the data alongside my message. I went through it twice, so I'm pretty confident that there aren't any mistakes.
Oh, I found it.
Glad you did. Maybe you're feeling a bit tired. Happens to the best of us. Anyway, I think that's all, right? I'll be going then. See you tomorrow, Veronica.
Hold on, I'm not done with you.
You're not? Okay, what's the matter?
It's been a few days since you came to our office, and frankly speaking, I think there's a thing or two I should tell you before we continue working together.
Really? What might that be?
Look here, Kristen. I've been working here much longer than you. I have much more experience and knowledge than you do, and I'm technically your superior. Is that clear?
Okay, I'm not sure if I agree with you, but was that all you wanted to tell me?
There's one more thing. Now that I made it clear that I have more authority than you, don't you think it's wrong for you to go home before me? If I'm working overtime, shouldn't you be helping me? I mean, your superior is working their butt off late into the evening. It's pretty rude of you to just allow yourself to leave like that.
I don't know where I should start, but I guess I shouldn't shove my personal opinions onto you. That being said, I'm pretty sure we were told by HQ that we were trying to innovate our working environment, to allow more flexibility. One of the company's goals was to reduce the number of hours our employees work during overtime. Hopefully we could reach a 0 by the end of the year if we set our minds to it. The reasons for it was that it'll be better from an efficiency standpoint, as well as helping with employee motivation. It's also better for the environment, of course. Do you remember?
Well, yes, I remember, but what's your point? Are you trying to tell me that it's wrong of me to want you to work more?
The point I'm trying to make is that what you just said isn't exactly the best course of action from a company standpoint. It goes against what the company's trying to achieve. Besides, even with that aside, don't you think that having people stay in the office just because their coworkers haven't left yet is pretty impractical? Wouldn't we all be happier if we could just do our job and go home? Work hard, play hard, but not in a hypocritical sense.
You talk big, don't you? What do you even know? Like I said, I've been working here for a lot longer than you. 20 years to be exact. I know much more than you. If I were you, I'd just shut your big mouth and take my advice.
No offense, but you might want to reconsider your values. Maybe this is your way of trying to communicate with your coworkers,
but either way, I think it's in pretty bad taste overall. It would be a shame if people got the wrong idea about you, you know? You might even get a warning from HQ if you're not careful. We don't want that happening.
Are you trying to threaten me? What is it with you and HQ? Just because you used to work there doesn't mean you can boast around like that. I get it. You're proud of yourself. But it's time you taught yourself how to be more modest. Pride won't help you get far, sweetie.
Sorry, I don't think I understand what you're getting at. You think I'm boasting?
Duh. Way to go and rub it in my face again. I hope you're happy.
Veronica, that was never my intention. I apologize if I came across that way, but I was only trying to offer some advice. You know, since we're both working in the same office. I would feel a lot happier if we could both get along.
I see right through your smug attitude, Kristen. Maybe you can fool the others, but you can't fool me. You think you're so important, but you don't have any right to act so proud.
I didn't know you needed a right to act proud of yourself.
Maybe if you were actually someone with some level of significance, your attitude would be excusable. Heck, maybe I'd even consider you to be noteworthy. But that's not the case, is it? I don't know what you did at HQ, but boy, do I feel sorry for them.
I did something at HQ? Care to explain why you think that?
Well, we know that you were demoted at HQ. That's why you were sent over here, isn't it? There's only one reason to have someone from there come over here. They must have been so relieved to be able to finally rid themselves of a troublemaker like you. Too bad for us, though. Now we have to deal with your misconduct. Not to mention, you still seem to be on your old habits. You won't even bother to treat your superior with respect.
Hold on, Veronica. I think you're letting your imagination get the best of you. I wasn't demoted. I was just assigned to work at this office as part of my job.
What's the difference? You're just lucky that you weren't fired. You did something bad, didn't you? Or were you just that bad at your job? Either way, it's nothing to be proud of. It's time you behaved yourself.
Veronica, I just remembered something.
What?
You're working overtime right now, right?
Not anymore. I'm getting ready to leave. Unlike someone, I know how to do my job and when to leave the office.
Yeah, so remember the data sheet for SW Core we were talking about earlier? I remember hearing from the project manager that she was expecting you to hand it over to her by Friday morning. Unless things changed without me knowing it, that's tomorrow. Did you sort it out?
Hi, sweetie. Do you know what a calendar is? It tells you what day of the week it is today.
I know, that's why I'm asking.
You poor thing. Today's Wednesday.
No, today's Thursday. You can check your phone if you don't believe me.
Huh? Oh no.
See? Don't worry, it happens to the best of us. Although I don't think you should have been on your phone so much when you're still in your office.
Come on, Kristen. Why didn't you tell me sooner?
I thought you already had it covered. Good thing you brought it up earlier in the conversation, though. Anyway, I think I'll leave you to it. See you tomorrow.
Kristen, where the hell are you right now? I need a word with you.
Hello, Veronica. I'm on my lunch break. You can find me at the cafeteria if there's something you want to tell me in person. Otherwise, just leave me a message and I'll check it once my break's over.
Hold up one sec. You're using the cafeteria. God, you're unbelievable.
Is there a problem? I heard this cafeteria was supposed to cater for all employees. I've been eating here ever since I came to this office.
God, that's one fat nerve you have. Seriously? Know your worth. You came here because you got demoted. There's absolutely no reason you should be treated in the same way as us other employees. If anything, shouldn't you be working your head off? I bet you need to catch up on a lot of work.
I can always work during office hours. It's my lunch break right now. It's time to eat.
What do you need a break for? You're already on a break the entire time you're in the office.
Excuse me?
Why don't you try working an actual 8-hour shift for a change? Better yet, let's see how well you do without any lunch or breaks. Maybe then you'll finally deserve your oh so precious lunch break.
All right, so you're insisting that I should work 8 hours straight without taking any rest, right?
The thing is, that's actually known to be more inefficient than when people actually take a break between their shifts. First of all, continuously working for such a long hour is bound to affect one's concentration and thinking. I can imagine that some sweatshops might want their workers to work day and night without any rest, but it's actually more efficient to have workers stay rested, fed, and hydrated. Second of all, being able to take a lunch break is part of our rights. As an employee working at this company, we have the right to take an hour off to get refreshed and eat some well-deserved meals. We can't just ignore company policy and have you take away my lunch like that, although I'm sure you're well aware of that. Anyway, I'm still not done eating my pasta. I won't be checking my phone until my break's over, so if there's something you need, just leave me a message, alright?
Do you really think I'm gonna let you off the hook that easily? Just you wait, I'm gonna give you what you deserve. There we go. How do you like having milk thrown in your face?
Veronica, care to explain yourself? That wasn't exactly my definition of a friendly meal. What were you trying to accomplish by doing something like that?
Oh my god, do you actually not get it?
Well, I don't get why you think your action is justified. That's why I'm asking you if you have a proper reason.
Oh, I see. You're really just that stupid. I was wrong about you. I thought you were just in denial about your demotion, but you were actually just delusional. Maybe that's why you're so naughty. You talk back because you don't understand how rude you're being. Words of advice. Never disrespect your superior. Is that clear?
I don't see how I was disrespecting you. What's wrong with me taking a break during lunch break? What's wrong with me eating at the cafeteria just like all the other employees are? I would like to know your logic behind your conclusion.
Didn't I tell you countless times already? You came here only because you got demoted. You don't have time to take a break. If anything, you should be working harder than the rest of us so that you don't make us lose profit. Are you trying to get fired this time? I can help you if that's what you're going for.
I told you, you're letting your imagination run wild. I wasn't demoted. I was assigned here by HQ to work with the people in this office.
And I told you that there's no difference. The fact remains that you used to work at HQ, and now you're here in this small local subsidiary office. Just shut up and go back to work.
I was going to after I was finished with my lunch.
Why don't you just lick that milk off the floor and get it over with?
No thanks. I'm taking the evening off. I'm going home today.
What? Great! Now you're not even trying to hide it. You're slacking off again, aren't you?
No. Thanks to you, I'm soaked all over. I don't think it's a good idea to work like this in an office, and thankfully, the project manager agreed. She said I'm free to go. She even offered me her sweater to wear on my way home. It's nice to know that some people in this office have a conscience.
You can't leave yet. What are you going to do about the presentation I asked you for?
I heard that was originally supposed to be your job. You just gave it to me because you were too busy, right? If you have time to bother me, I think you can make one presentation. You'll just have to manage on your own.
What? There's no way I can finish it in time.
Then I suppose you should start working on it instead of texting me.
Kristen, this is your doing, isn't it? You better explain yourself. Why am I being suspended?
I wonder why. Any ideas on your mind?
You think I'll be asking if I had. Quit playing these games. Spill the beans.
Wow. After all we went through last Friday, I'm actually pretty shocked.
Oh, yeah? Tell me, what was so special about that day?
You literally covered me in milk. In the cafeteria, remember?
So, there's no way anyone would get suspended just for that.
I highly doubt that. But whatever you say. I mean, that's not the only reason why you got suspended. You know how we weren't the only people in the cafeteria when you made that whole scene? You know how a lot of people were watching us? Obviously, people reported it. And as far as I know, I think it was pretty unanimous that you were the one in the wrong. Congratulations, Veronica. You gained yourself some notoriety.
What? Why? How do people not understand? I was just teaching you a lesson about manners. I know. You made up a whole story about how you were the victim, didn't you?
No, I don't need to. All the other stories were enough for them to come to a decision.
The other stories.
Since news about the incident just went around the entire office building, a few other employees came up to tell their stories. They told your boss about how you had a tendency to cause trouble.
Me? Cause trouble? Please.
I'll spare you the details since you probably know what you did best. But to give you a brief summary of what was reported, apparently a few other young employees, as well as part-time workers, have claimed that you've been treating them unfairly. You treat them as inferior to you, going as far as harassing them during work and break. You shove work onto them as well, just like you did with me, without telling them that it was your work to begin with.
What's wrong with that? I'm just putting my position as a veteran office worker to full use. I'm being practical here. If anything, they should be thankful that I'm giving them work to do, and the same goes with you.
Really? Let's hear it.
You don't even deserve to work here. Maybe HQ was kind enough to forgive whatever misconduct or mistake you made with a demotion, but here things won't be so easy. If you won't do your job, you're no better than a thief stealing money out of the company's pocket.
Veronica, for the last time, I wasn't demoted. I was assigned a specific job here by HQ. If you really find it hard to believe me, you can check in with the CEO.
Great! Now you're acting all high and mighty. This is exactly why I needed to teach you a lesson. You're just a demoted good-for-nothing.
No, I was assigned here to investigate the working environment in this office.
Huh?
As I've been saying, I was assigned to work in this office by HQ. The main reason was to see how the employees of our subsidiary were doing at their office. We wanted to see if there was anything we could do to make our companies better. The other reason was to investigate the office environment. Like I said before, headquarters wants to innovate working conditions. We're hoping to achieve 0 hours of overtime by the end of the year, but we noticed that several subsidiary offices saw no improvement. It was becoming a concern. That's why several employees, including me, were assigned to investigate these offices in person. To be honest, the working environment in this office was a lot worse than I imagined. But I observed that a few of the issues revolving around this company derived from you, Veronica. You've been working at this company for nearly 20 years. Under normal circumstances, we would expect someone like that to feel more confident and responsible with their job. But in your case, you just make all the other young employees do your work for you, all the while you're slacking off at your seat. When things get busy, you stay in the office to work overtime, but even then, you're not actually doing anything. I know that for a fact. We did have that conversation during your overtime. Because of that, we have loyal, hardworking employees forced to work more than they should be. It isn't exactly an ideal working environment. Overall, I figured that you're playing a part in why this company has trouble reducing overtime work. There are a few other issues, but you're still one of them. It's only natural that we deal with you.
I see. So that's who you really are. You've been sneaking around our office like a dirty little rat. That isn't fair. What are you, pretending to be a spy or something?
No, it's just that it's easily predictable that if we were to tell you guys that we were going to investigate the office, guilty people would try to sweep their wrongdoings under the rug. There wouldn't be a point in sending us in to investigate then, would there? Let's just say we did what was necessary for the better good of the company and its employees. If you find that to be unfair, I suppose that just adds another thing to the list of things we disagree on.
But still, it's not fair. You can't do that. I'm sure it's violating some sort of contract.
I see that you don't have anything meaningful to say. If you really believe so, go ahead and consult the higher-ups. Whatever the case, I'd like to get back to my work, so I'll leave you to your thoughts.
What? You can't just drop a bomb like that and expect me to let you go.
The higher-ups in HQ should be in a meeting right now. They're considering what to do with you, along with a few other issues. They gave me the go-ahead to tell you that you'll receive a notice later in the day from Human Resources about your employment.
Wait, hold on. This shouldn't be this serious. Hey, you can do something about it, right?
Sorry, but there's nothing I can do about it.
No way, you're part of HQ, right? You have to tell them it's not anything to worry about.
My job is to investigate the working conditions here and report all my findings. I don't have the authority to decide what happens to you.
But then, what am I supposed to do from now on?
You'll just have to wait for your notice from Human Resources. That's why you're being suspended right now. That'll be all from me. I don't think I can help you anymore. I hope you have a good day. Veronica was able to keep her job. Although she wasn't fired, she did get a strict warning telling her that she'll have to improve her performance or else. However, soon after that, 2 of the employees that Veronica used to harass decided to sue her together at the same time. The end result of that was her quitting her job out of shame. The whole process of going to court seemed to have taken a lot out of her. However, it turned out that she couldn't find a new job with her way of thinking. Currently, she spends her days pondering what to do with her future as her balance slowly heads towards a big zero. As for the subsidiary company that I went to, the higher-ups who turned a blind eye to Veronica's wrongdoings were later demoted and replaced. The new higher-ups made sure to maintain a positive working environment, and it seems like there hasn't been any major issues since. Everyone seems to be having a pleasant time working at the office. Overall, my job here seems to be done. I still have about 3 months here, but nothing noteworthy has happened. That's a good thing, of course. I've been notified that I'll be given a promotion back at HQ. I'm thankful for the opportunity given to me, and I'm hoping to continue doing my best.
If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like and subscribing to the channel. Feel free to leave any thoughts in the comments section, and I hope we get to see you in the next video. Thanks for watching!